I just turned 45 last month, and it made me think. Now, looking back, I wasted years doing the wrong things, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. So today, I'm sharing 10 things I would do differently if I were back in my 20s again. Let's get into it. Number 10. Stop smoking. I used to smoke for over 10 years, thinking it was cool, but I was only losing a lot of money and destroying my lungs. Did you know that 50% of smokers die from tobacco-related diseases? So definitely not worth the risk. So save your money and your health and quit that shit now. Or don't even start. Next! Number 9. Stop giving a shit what other people think. In my 20s I didn't have the courage to fully be myself, and I dressed and acted like everyone else just to fit in. I made up stories and even lied just to get people to like me. And later I realized that I was super fake back then, and it made me even more insecure. So get comfortable being different now, because trying to please everyone is impossible. Be real to yourself and others, and if someone doesn't like you the way you are, fuck them. Number 8. More exercise. I used to smoke and drink all kinds of things. I only ate pizza and played video games, and finally it got me. I got seriously depressed and felt awful for many years. And when I started running and going to the gym, my depression disappeared. See, physical exercise is not only about muscles. It's super good for your brain. It keeps you calm and reduces stress levels. It makes you think overall more positive and gives you more confidence. So if you want to live a long and healthy life, quit those bad habits and start exercising. Number 7. Don't get into fights. I had some kind of mental issues in my 20s, and when I was drunk, I used to get into many fights. And looking back now, my fighting at bars and nightclubs was pure stupid, and I feel ashamed of my actions. So, try to avoid fighting. It's not cool. Worst case, you could ruin someone's life or even your own. So next time if a situation starts to escalate, be the bigger person, stay calm and just walk away. Number 6. Quit alcohol. For over 10 years straight, I drank every single weekend, even on Sundays. And it felt like a blast at the time, but now looking back I can hardly remember anything from those years. I spent my weeks feeling like shit, only waiting for Friday so I could do it all over again. And the truth is, I was a total alcoholic back then. So don't make the same mistake I did. You'll only lose your money and your health. Alcohol is a stupid drug that causes accidents and violence. And if I were in my 20s again, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't drink as much. I'd probably take psychedelics instead to expand my consciousness rather than blacking it out. So don't waste your best years drinking all the time. Number 5. Daily weed smoking. I used to smoke daily from my 20s maybe until I was 32, and I had to quit because I started having panic attacks. I thought I was hearing voices and nearly lost my mind. By then my identity was built around being high, and when I had to quit I was completely lost. I'd been high for over 10 years straight, and I didn't know who I was anymore without it. I wasted years being too high. Your brain is still developing until you reach 25, so don't fuck with it. Cannabis is a psychedelic that can trigger all sorts of mental issues. Smoke with caution, don't overdo it before 25, and think of it more like a psychedelic. Use it as a tool for personal development rather than a daily party drug. Number 4. Don't listen to your mom. My mom always had the worst ideas about what I should do or who I should become, and a couple of times I did what she wanted me to do, and it only had negative consequences in my life. But luckily I realized at some point that I had to stop listening to her entirely. Otherwise I'd still be stuck in some dead-end low-paying job. And here's the thing. Your parents' advice is based only on their vision of your future, not yours. They want you to be safe, but safe usually means boring and unfulfilled life. So if you spend your life doing what your relatives want, you'll end up on a completely wrong path. So do what feels right to you, not your mom. Listen to your inner voice and trust it. It's your life, not your parents. Number 3. School is a waste of time. If you already have a plan. Look, the only purpose of the school system is to make you an employee. Start working as a part of someone else's plan and pay taxes. And you'll probably make way more money as a YouTuber, an entrepreneur, or even a pro athlete than being an engineer in a sweaty office. So if you have an absolutely clear vision of your future and a plan how to get there, then sitting in a classroom is a waste of time, in my opinion. You will learn way more by starting a business and failing than you ever will from a textbook. But if you don't have a clue what to do in life, then stay at school. You will find your thing eventually. So the choice is yours. Start building your dream life as soon as possible or end up like most people. Number 2. Don't spend your money. I grew up in a poor mentality family where no one taught me about money, and going to school did not teach about money, and my friends were from similar families, so I grew up poor-minded also. Everything I made I would spend immediately because this is what everyone else did, and I spent a lot of money on alcohol and bought new stuff all the time and never saved anything. Luckily my eyes opened in my late 30s and I stopped spending my money, started a business. So if you're in your 20s, start saving early. Even if you make a little bit of money, put always some of it on a savings account first. The habit of saving and paying yourself first. And one thing that is super important is do not buy stuff to impress other people. It's a sure way to keep you poor. So save, invest, only buy what you really need. This is when you start building wealth. Alright, the last one. Cut out negative and lazy friends. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And for years I was the living proof. I surrounded myself with people who had no ambition, people who just complained about everything, and drinking and partying was the number 1 goal in life. Negativity can be super contagious. And one thing I didn't realize back then is that the lack of my friends' ambition was suppressing my own potential and keeping me stuck in the same loop with them. And at some point I had to make a really hard choice. Keep my friends and stay stuck, or leave them behind and start building the life I actually wanted. So I did, and it was lonely at first, but it was the best decision I ever made. So if you want to live a healthy, happy and successful life, but your friends only care about alcohol and complaining, you have to get out. Stop wasting your time with toxic friends. Instead, start looking for people who are already where you want to be in life. So, there you have it. I hope you can avoid making the same mistakes I made in my 20s. And if you're afraid of failing, check this video here. And in that video I will also talk about why I lost 20,000 euros.